Oh my god, what is happening? No, just stop installing Trojan. No, encrypting files. No. What just happened?
Hello world, welcome to CyberCrete, and today we are going to see how even a single line Python program can just do so much harm. And I'm going to show you so that you can basically don't just simply copy paste any command from any website. You have to basically first understand it, or else you are going to be hacked using some simple Python command. So let us see how we are going to do this. Let us simply first break our code into separate lines so that we can get better understanding what this code is doing. Okay, the first thing is that let me just do it quickly. Okay, here is our code in separate lines. So let us understand what this code is basically trying to do. And if you are a beginner in programming, you are not going to have any clue about this. So let me explain. The first line, this is just importing some of the libraries that we are going to get. First is JSON. It is basically used to read the JSON file in our Python program, and then there is request. It is basically used to use get request, post request, sending data to the website, posting data inside the website, and it is used for purposes like that. And base64 is basically a text encoder that basically take your text and encode it into a format that is not human readable. So we have imported some of the libraries here, and the next line, data is equal to request.get. It is simply sending a request to our website, and if you are someone with little bit of intelligence, you are going to go to this website here, because this line shows that you are going to go to this website and going to get something. And if you open up this website, this URL, you are going to simply see this gibberish text because it is encoded in base64. Here this exec function is basically used to execute whatever parameters are basically passed in that. So here we are just simply going to get the data, and then we are going to run the data of 0. This means it is a dictionary, and we are going to run the key that is having the 0 as the key, and then we are going to decode it, then we are going to run it. So let us simply print and let us see what is there. Instead of executing, let me just simply print. When you are going to print it, then you are going to see what is actually inside this. So here, if someone by chance comes here and tries to look our code, then he is going to see, okay, for I in range len of data, so we are going to go till the size of the data, and it is starting from 1. As 0 we have already executed, so we have to start from 1 to all the left data that is there, and then execute, keep on executing all those things that is inside this data. So let us basically see what all things are inside the data. Let me basically use this single loop to see what is inside the data. So just copy paste this, and here again, instead of executing, we are simply going to print them. Okay, here is the code that is basically hidden inside this UTF-8 encoding, and here is the code, and here you can simply see the text in the clear format. So like this, you can hide anything inside the single line of Python, and someone with the no knowledge or having little knowledge about programming is going to get hacked. You have to be careful while using anything like that. So let us basically see how one created this. So let us just create this. So for creating this, what we are going to do, first we are going to write a function or write anything for what purpose that we want. Like if we want to simply do the things that I did to keep on printing the text, the first thing that you are going to do, simply write that code in Python and then encode it using UTF-8 encoder. So let's see how we are going to do that. So I'm just going to copy paste this, so it will save some time. So here is the code that is simply basically printing something, and it is sleeping for a second, then again it is printing. So let me simply run it, and here the code is simply running. So we have to encode it into a form that cannot be human readable until and unless it is decoded. So for doing that, you need a base64 encoder. Either you can, if you are in Linux, you can basically say base64, and that this program, if you are going to save it as sleep.py, then you are going to simply write base64 sleep.py and it is going to give you the encoded text. But in case you don't have this, or you are on any operating system, you just need to copy this code. You are going to go to this website and you have to paste it here. And once you paste it here, this website is base64encoder.org. You can just simply Google base64 encoder and you can go to any website of your choice. And you have to click on encode here. And once you click on encode, you are going to see some gibberish text, and this is what the base64 encoded text look like. So let me come here and let me just simply write hack is equal to this gibberish text. Now let us see how one can execute this using this base64 encoder. So for doing that, let me simply copy this here and paste it here, and instead of executing, we are just going to simply print it. And here you have to change this data because this is our previous variable. Now it is saved in hack. So once we are going to run this, it is simply going to print this command that we encoded. So like this, you can just basically keep on adding more and more commands, and we are going to access this using the dictionary that we are going to see in a while. So this was one. So if you want to do something like downloading image from the internet and displaying it onto that victim's computer, so for that you can basically, if you don't know the code, you can basically Google how to download and open files in Python, and it is basically going to give you the code, and you have to just simply modify it a bit, and then you can do so much harm to that computer. Like you can simply keep on encrypting files using the Python OS library, or you can even delete his file, delete his entire system without him actually knowing. He is just going to think I'm simply going to run this simple command, and in the end he ends up losing everything. So you have to be careful while using any certain commands from that. So let me simply show you one more example of downloading the photo that actually just happened. For that, let me simply copy paste the code here and I will explain you. Okay, here is the code. So first we are going to specify the image URL. For this case, I just simply took this random image from the internet. This is here, and I simply copy this URL and then simply pasted it here. You can just choose any image of your choice and you can simply paste it here and you are good to go. In the next line, we are basically trying to give the name that this file is going to be saved locally in his system, and this file name hack.jpg is the name by which his file will be saved in his system. In the next line, this is basically going to get that request, means it is basically going to this website, the URL that you specified, and it is going to get that. And the next line, if r.status score is equal to 200, means 200 just basically means the success status, means you successfully got to this website and got the image. Because sometimes the link that you are going to give might not work, so in that case you are not going to execute it. So we are basically performing a safe check here. Here we are saying r.raw decode content is equal to true, because if you are not going to do this, then the downloaded image file size is going to be 0. That we have simply mentioned here as a comment. And the next line, we are simply going to open up our file as the name that we provided, hack.jpg, and we are just simply going to write our content of the image in that file, because as you know, image is nothing, it is a simply collection of numbers. And once it is completely done writing, then we are simply going to say os.start file and the file name and the image name that you want. Well, this command os.start file can be basically be used to start any files from his system. Like if you want to open his CMD, you can just write os.start line and you can specify the path of the CMD, which is basically I think C systems or CMD exe dot something. So you can basically Google it, and or you can check it in your system. So you can do anything with this. And once this code is going to get executed, the first, it is going to download the wallpaper, it is going to download the image, it is going to write it on your disk, and it is going to simply open it up. And now we have to just encode this too. So first encode, we are just simply going to paste it here, click on encode, and please don't click on any other options or else it is going to give you error. And we have to simply copy this and let me say hack2 is equal to this, And if you are going to simply print this too, it is simply going to give our code. But now is our main task, how we are going to create a JSON file. So first thing that we have to make sure in the JSON file is that it have the capability to run all our codes, because we can keep on adding the code like this 2 3 4 5 6 7, and multiple codes can be simply added using this method. So for providing that faculty to just simply keep on looping through, we are going to write a very simple loop as the first key of our dictionary, which is the data structure we are going to save our all the codes. And for doing this we need some kind of data structure, and we are going to use JSON. So in Python we are basically going to create the dictionary, then we can simply convert that dictionary into a JSON object. So let us create our dictionary. First element can be set as 1. I'll basically say why I am not starting from 0, there is a specific reason. 1 is equal to, and this code that we simply got here as hack1, we are simply going to paste it here. And as a 2, as the 2 index of our dictionary, we are simply going to paste our hack2. Here we have to just simply paste our code that we simply copied. And once it is done, we are going to simply run it, and let us see how our dictionary is formed. And here is our dictionary. But we are going to use one more key as a 0. That is basically going to be our starter block, or it is the line that is going to execute all our codes. So for that we are simply going to use a loop, and our loop will go start from 1 and go till the end of this all key that we are inserted. So for that we can simply write for I in range starting from 1, because 0 is automatically going to get executed, as 0 is the thing that we basically called in our program up there. 1 till the length of our D, and then we are simply going to execute all this code. So for that we can just simply say, here I have named D, so let it be D, and it is I. Now it will execute our first, then it is going to execute our second. So we have to encode this too. So for encoding this we can simply copy it, go to our base64 encoder website, paste our code here, click on encode, and here we got our encoded text. So we can simply copy it, and we are going to add another key in our dictionary, that is at 0, and that will be the master key. Let me say 0. And now at 0 you can see our code is simply added. Now this is how we created our dictionary. Now we can simply create this dictionary to a JSON format and upload it to any particular website, and we can just simply do the things that we do in the beginning here just by specifying its path, and we can upload it to our favorite place, that is GitHub. So let me just simply create a JSON file first. And to create a JSON file you have to just simply write the name of the JSON file that you, here we have to specify the what name are you going to keep your JSON file name. So I have kept here fixing.json, and you can choose whatever file name that you want, and as soon as you are going to run this, a JSON file will be created and it will be in your directory. So you can basically upload that. Well, I have already uploaded it here on my GitHub, and you are simply going to go to this. After uploading it to your GitHub, you are going to click on the raw, and once you are on your raw, you can simply copy this link, and then you can basically paste it here like we did. If you are simply going to paste it here, this code is going to run like a charm. So like this you can keep on adding multiple things. Multiple hacks can be added, like changing wallpaper, destroying files, encrypting files, creating ransomware, or doing all sorts of harmful things that you can think of. So you have to be aware using this command unknowingly, and you can also create them. And if you like this video and if you found anything useful, you can subscribe to our channel and click the like button as well as the bell icon. So thanks for watching.